Greetings, YouTube land. Glad to see you stuck around. Alright, so as you can see by the title, it's up there. We are doing a feature presentation. My least favorite Pokemon. A couple weeks ago we did my favorites. Now we're gonna do my least favorites. Makes sense. Yeah. I guarantee I have a surprise or two in for you guys. We'll see, but I know there's at least one surprise in it. Anyway, so, let's get started. Before we get in, here's my selection process. The only requirement the Pokemon need is, for whatever reason, I don't like them. It's my least favorite list. I can not like these Pokemon for whatever reason, even if you guys don't think my reasons are credible. It's an opinion video, you don't have to agree with it. Generally when it comes to Pokemon, I like Pokemon. I don't have a problem with most of the Pokemon there are in the world. If offered a Pokemon in a trade, odds are I'll take it because I want the Pokédex entry. I'm a collector in that sense. Some of these 10, from number 6 on, push that boundary a bit, and I don't really know that I want to be anywhere near them. Now that I've got that out of the way, we're gonna start the countdown. Number 10. Magikarp. Look up useless in the dictionary, and this Pokemon's picture will be next to it. It learns Splash, Flail, Tackle, and Bounce. Bounce is okay, but none of the attacks are stellar. Magikarp is going to have a reputation for being useless for a long time to come. Number 9. Pichu. Pichu's cute. That's all it's got going for it. Pichu also is easily the worst character in Super Smash Bros. History, damaging itself upon attacking. Even though Pikachu itself is not that strong, when you look at Pichu's low stats and compare them to Pikachu's, the fact that you can go and catch a Pikachu instead of a Pichu is refreshing and completely allows you to skip over that part of the evolutionary line. Number 8. I couldn't decide which of these losers I wanted to give it to more, so I decided to tie them. Tentacool and Tentacruel. The only thing that terrified little me watching Pokemon more than Sabrina was the episode Tentacool and Tentacruel. But nowadays, not only are they not terrifying, they're just underwhelming. Tentacool looks like he's stoned or something, and Tentacruel looks ridiculous with the giant pincer fang things. Going from being completely terrifying to completely lame does not help. And later in the countdown, you'll see another Pokemon that did the same thing. Only I liked it before I thought it was lame. Number 7. Lopunny. After seeing Lopunny for the first time, I began to think that Nintendo had no ideas left for Pokemon and began to lose my faith in the franchise once again. I'm glad to see that's not the case, looking at some of the newer Pokemon and being able to remind myself of the greatness of the original series. But Lopunny's just a what the heck whenever I see it. It's like they decided to make a Pokemon out of a Playboy bunny. The heck, people? Now we're out of the realm of tolerable and entering the realm of get that thing away from me. Number 6. Jynx. Unlike Tentacool and Tentacruel, who decided to stop terrorizing me, Jynx to this day still freaks me out. Remember this scene from the original anime where Jynx picks up Pikachu and keeps trying to kiss it? Yeah, that's why I'm terrified of Jynx. I had so many nightmares where I was Pikachu, and I just kept trying frantically to get away from Jynx's ugly, pink, swollen lips. The lips are what freaks me out the most. Is just poof, massive lips. It freaks me out, man. Number 5. Kecleon. Kecleon was one of the first Pokemon I encountered. He was prevalent amongst the random trainers in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And after having fought him so many times, I grew tired of it and I never wanted to see Kecleon again. Let me explain to you why. In our example, we are going to say that Kecleon gets hit with the Thunderbolt electric attack. Kecleon's color change ability causes his type to change to that of the attack that last hit him, meaning he's now electric, and electric type attacks are not going to hurt him. So now I have to switch to a ground type and use a move, in this example I'm going to say Earthquake, to knock him out. Now that doesn't work, now he's a ground type, and I can't use ground or electric to hurt him. Sinister little lizard with his little pink belly stripe and weird yellow face design. Can't stand that type changing. Makes a battle with Kecleon so much more difficult. Number 4. Gyarados. Yeah, see, I told you I have a surprise for you. Now, let me explain why I don't like Gyarados. It's a bit of a long story. In Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness' multiplayer mode, if you are not playing someone who is using a Game Boy Advance hooked up to the GameCube, it will randomly select Pokemon at set levels and pair them up for you to fight. The team selected for that fateful match were Electabuzz and Magmar being used by my brother, and Gyarados and Jinx on my team. Really, it's like they wanted me to hate this. On the first turn, with one Thunder Punch, Electabuzz managed to one-hit Gyarados. Why? Because Gyarados is water and flying, meaning it has a ×4 weakness to electric attacks. As Gyarados' cry signaled its defeat, it also signaled the termination of all the respect I had for Gyarados. An electric rat, like Electabuzz, one-punched Gyarados and knocked him out. Sorry Gyarados, you're just not cool anymore. But here, as a consolation prize, you can have my most overrated Pokemon of all time award. Number 3. I like Lickitung. I thought he was hilarious in the anime, and he's just so goofy, it's funny. I like it. But this. Licky Licky is goofy and ugly, whereas Lickitung was goofy and funny. Licky Licky ruined it for me, really. That stupid little curl, being like 2 times bigger than Lickitung, the white handkerchief thing, having the 3 Wi-Fi bars on his gut. Licky Licky just ruined Lickitung for me, and I will never forgive him for that. Number 2. Wingull. Everyone has those Pokemon that just seem to follow them around. Mine is Wingull. First encountered it in Pokemon XD, where it was a favorite at the Pokespot, and kept eating the food for the rarer Pokemon. He followed me to Pokemon Emerald and ambushed me every time he got the chance. And he repeats that act in Diamond and Platinum. This is why I avoid waters. Number 1. So what diabolical abomination could be my number 1 least favorite Pokemon? Well, how about Shedinja? Nagato was pretty popular amongst the CPU trainers in XD Gale of Darkness. And 1 or 2 of them evolved it into a Ninjask later on. And that freaking Wonder Guard ability. Wonder Guard makes it so only super effective attacks land, which is the most aggravating thing ever. Oh, I can't stand the thought of it. But recently I decided to give him another chance, and I'd go catch myself an Inkata to have a Shedinja myself. And let me share with you what I find. Wonder Guard does not prevent weather-changing moves, such as Sunny Day, which is alright. Until you realize that includes Sandstorm and Hail, both of which actually will damage you, and Wonder Guard does not protect you from the damage caused by Hail and Sandstorm. It also does not protect you from entry hazards like Stealth Rock and Spikes. Stat-changing moves such as Growl and Tail Whip shall still hit you as well. Moves like Thunder Wave, Confuse Ray, Toxic, Will-O-Wisp, and other ailments will also affect you. complicating the matter, as Shedinja only has 1 HP. Let me put that in your face a little bit. 1 HP. At level 100, Shedinja will still have 1 HP. I can't stand it now. Even more so than I used to not be able to stand it. I used to think Wonder Guard made him practically invincible. And now I see all the holes in it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how come I never realized this sooner? And now I just... And it doesn't help that his Pokédex says that if you see him from behind, he will devour your soul. Hope you guys understand why I chose what I chose. So down in the comment section, you can tell me if there are any Pokemon that you guys hate that I don't hate and explain why. Or you can tell me why you think that I'm being too hard on these Pokemon, and there will be people who tell me that I'm stupid for hating the ones I chose to hate. It's my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with it. Just like I don't have to agree with what you guys say. Anyway, that's just putting it bluntly. But anyway, so yeah, go ahead in the comment section and let me know what you guys think. We'll see you guys next time. Bye,